Hello Kindred Spirit, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. So today I'm going to be doing a pick-a-pile reading that is inspired by the harvest moon, which is tonight where I'm recording this video. I will be channeling the messages with the Moonology Oracle deck today. Nothing is prepared, everything is intuitive, so you can check the description for the groups that are available to you if you need to pause the video here and meditate on which group you believe has your message in it. You can do so now. Please keep in mind that if you're feeling pulled to multiple groups, your message might be a combination of the group's messages. So without further ado, we are actually going to get right into our readings today. Hello group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and give our Moonology Oracle deck a shuffle. Messages channeled by our moon energy, divine feminine energy, emotionally strong energy, that mysterious luminous energy. What messages do you have for group number 1? What messages do you have for group number 1? What messages for group number 1? Waning moon. What do you need to release? Oh my gosh, this is so fitting to today. I did some releasing rituals today my daggone self. So I'm feeling super connected to this message right now. What do you need to release? Like, now is such a good time. You know, full moon is really powerful energy, really intense energy, especially emotionally. So releasing emotional baggage or limiting beliefs in your emotional realm would, you know, the energy from tonight and the next, you know, night or so is really like, just this is the time right now. Such a powerful time with the full moon energy. I feel like this idea of releasing is important because we release to make space for something else. And you know, spiritually, to me, we release to make room for something better. And often the things that we need to release are the things that aren't serving us, the things that are actually holding us back, the things that are keeping us from truly enjoying, you know, a life of prosperity. And I do feel like, you know, man, I don't know. I feel like with the seasons changing from summer to fall, I just feel like in general, fall is kind of just a time to, I don't know, like clean house. Like, you know, I feel like the trees are shedding their leaves and there's so much transformation and change going on in the world, in the natural world, that it just kind of makes sense that this time would also be a time of change for us corporeal beings as well. Ooh, so we have the Ace of Cups added to the conversation. This idea of, to me, it's like new emotional energy or a new emotional perspective, a new spiritual journey, a new newness in your spiritual life, and then the idea of fulfillment coming your way. Like this, I don't know, I just feel like it's hitting right now. I feel like this message feels so tied and connected. You know, releasing energy in order to make room for something new. That's literally what we were just talking about. So to flip over the Ace of Cups or have the Ace of Cups during the conversation just really feels like, to me, that a lot of you need a new emotional, spiritual, like a refreshing or renewal emotionally or spiritually. And I feel like now is the time for that. So we have the Four of Swords. You know, it's about the solitude. It's about healing. It's about rest, mental rest, like getting out of your head in general. And, you know, resting your body, resting your mind. I feel like just getting like hermit energy as well from this, like this idea of rest, this idea of retreats, this idea of spiritual renewal and it just feels like hermit energy to me in general, like releasing, restoring, building yourself up, releasing things that are holding you back from, you know, your blessings and the blessings that are meant for you in this life. So, and then we have our Dawn of Wands, which is all about, you know, inspiration and potential. So it's really like that. It's like Knight of Wands equivalent, that kind of fiery, intense energy that's about charging after your passions and the things that you want. It's like your energy, like putting your energy into things that inspire you, things that have potential for you to grow. I feel like spiritual growth as well. So spiritual opportunities, ideas or thoughts that you had related to spirituality. So if you were, you know, thinking about, you know, starting a YouTube channel or, you know, something of that sort, I'm getting that very clear message that, you know, now is the time to move towards those things if you're truly being called and you're really feeling the call towards those endeavors. But just in general, anything that's inspiring you, anything that inspires you to be better, inspires you to grow, inspires you to learn, inspires you to heal. I'm getting the message here that anything along those lines, anything that is going to fulfill you and inspire you and renew you is something that you would benefit from putting your energy into right now. So we have the Isle of Wonders. Let's see if I can add it. Here we go. So the Isle of Wonders is all about revelation, teaching, and discovery. So I feel like that just really adds beautifully into our conversation here when we're talking about healing. It's that 4 energy, that grounded energy, but with all the water as well, cascading off of these, you know, off of this mountain. It really just feels like that water energy, the spiritual cleansing, this you know, spiritual revelations and just life revelations as well. Just realizing, I feel like some of you realizing that you hold the power. You hold the power for your life, for your happiness, for your joy, for your peace. Like no one has that power in your life besides you. Like you're the one in control of that. You're the one who has that control and that power. You just have to make the decision to claim it. And I also see this idea of discovery. And like I said, the 4 of Swords was really reminding me of like hermit energy. But this idea of discovery, solitude, and healing to me is about you kind of going inside of yourself and searching yourself spiritually and emotionally for what you really want out of this life. What direction do you want your life to go? What alignment, you know, what can you do? You know, what inspires you? What's your creative passions that will align you with your destiny and your destined path, and releasing things that do not fit into that vision, fit into that purpose for your life. Earth School. So we have teaching here, and we also have Earth School coming up. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning, which is literally what we've been saying this whole time. So I just feel like the messages are really just connecting with one another and speaking the same truth and the same story. This idea of spiritual growth is really strong to me in this adding the Earth School energy to it. But this idea of teaching and higher learning and studying. So this could mean literally going to like a higher education, you know, starting school for some of you, or going back to school for a degree. But it could also be like soul growth, this idea of growing in your spiritual world. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be going through a lot of emotional epiphanies, just in general over the month of October, because, you know, we have a full moon tonight on the 1st of October, as well as on the last day, on the Halloween on the 31st of October as well, which of course is the blue moon. But I feel like that energy is like kind of sandwiching the month of October, and like, it just feels significant to me, like sandwiching it in emotional growth, profound spiritual and emotional, and you know, like creativity and passion driven endeavors are really going to be powerful in general, is kind of what I'm feeling for this month. So this idea of kind of going inside and healing and learning and growing in a soul level and having like a renewed spiritual epiphany. I just feel like exponential spiritual growth in general this month is going to lead to just profound, like limitless prosperity and abundance after, you know, this time is done. I just feel like exponential, so interesting that this card came up. You know, exponential growth, exponential, you know, you being expedited towards your dreams and fulfilling your goals and your promises, like the promises that you know, you made to yourself. So this idea of dreams. So Golden Poppy is so amazing that it came up, and I feel like it's the perfect energy to end your reading on today. But just in general, this idea of fulfilling your dreams and like getting there sooner than you thought you were going to, by taking some time away, by resting, by kind of digging into yourself and figuring out what it is exactly that you want from this life. I am getting the message here that a focus, like focusing on what you really want, what you really desire, what is really meant for you, and really digging into that and holding on to that is actually going to give you the best outcome. That, you know, releasing the things that don't fit into that vision, but spending this time to really get clear on that vision, really get clear on your purpose, and then releasing everything else that doesn't fit into that. I feel like that is your primary message today, group number 1. So these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop a comment down below, let me know what resonated, as well as checking out my Facebook page and my Etsy shop, where I curate content to help you on your spiritual and life journey. So thanks again for your time and your energy today, beautiful soul, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Moonology cards a shuffle here. Divine feminine energy of the moon, full moon, bright, intense full moon, mysterious energy. What messages? Okay. All right, so we have the full moon in Capricorn. For you, group number 2, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Ooh, that's really great news. I'm feeling it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So just in general, like the Capricorn energy to me is just vibing like hardworking. And I'm getting for some of you that, you know, the world of Pentacles maybe has been your challenge, maybe an uphill battle when it comes to providing and finances and managing your resources and time. And I'm just getting all of these different messages for you, but just in general, like having difficulty in the world of like in the practical world. And in the full moon of in Capricorn, this idea of an ending of a tough cycle. I do feel like you're kind of in the valley right now of your experience, and the message here is that you know, you're coming to the end of this challenge, and now we're moving on into a different phase of life, or it's coming to us really soon. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of emotional energy here, and I am getting like, as you come out of this cycle, as you come out of this difficult experience or difficult times, in the moon, what I do see is this idea of trusting your intuition. This idea of trusting your intuition and not being eluded into, you know, falling into the same kind of pitfalls or mistakes that you have learned through this tough cycle of life. So I feel like it would be helpful for you to really just kind of sit down and do some reflecting back on the past months that have been challenging for you, and really just kind of pull out the lessons. So instead of focusing on the difficult times, and then, you know, I do feel like once we, you know, when we focus on the difficult times and not on the lessons of the difficult times, the lessons that we were supposed to gain from the difficult times, I do get the message that sometimes we miss the mark, and we end up repeating the same cycle, or we end up, you know, getting into the same types of struggles as we did before, because we haven't learned the lesson, like we haven't put the lesson out. So I do feel like, you know, spending some time with yourself, reflecting on some of those, you know, more challenging, the challenging times, and pulling out the lessons from those, and not being eluded, like, you know, eluded into thinking, okay, now this time is over. I'm gonna go over here and basically repeat the same cycle, because our moon energy can also be elusive and mysterious as well. It can mask the truth and hide things in the darkness as well, or we can hide things. It's really about us emotionally, like hiding things in the darkness and not addressing the true struggles, I guess, and digging into the true lessons. So I do feel like that's a message for you. In the Ace of Cups, what I do see here is this idea of a new spiritual space. It could be even a new space in love. So the ending of a tough cycle could be referring to love. For some of you, I am getting the message here that just kind of a staleness in love. You know, if you are in a partnership already, maybe you and your partner have been disconnected over a period of time. I'm getting with like all of the work and things like that. Like I said, seems like the World of Pentacles have kind of been the challenge here. But this idea of a renewal of, you know, spirituality, love for some of you, this idea of fulfillment. So, you know, again, if you are in a relationship, this idea of advancing your relationship, moving from one stage to the next. This idea of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, I do see in the future for you. And then in our Six of Wands, I kind of mentioned it a little bit already, but this idea of advancement, this idea even of recognition. So the end of a tough cycle, it could be you know, for some of you, I'm getting the message like that you're getting out of, you know, school. So you've been, you know, working tirelessly in school to achieve your degree and to become an expert, you know, or to lay the foundations of your understanding of a particular subject. And now you're, you know, you're moving forward, you're moving on, you're graduating, and you're being recognized. For some of you, of course, with that Capricorn energy, you know, work, career, I feel like is all tied in there. So recognition and advancement in career as well. And kind of like, maybe you've had like your head down and you've been working and working kind of in the shadows, if you will. And now you're finally getting to a place where you're able to be recognized for all of the work that you've put in. So we do have healing the earth. So healing the earth energy is all about love. It's all about humility. It's all about respect. So I do feel like For some of you, I am feeling like with healing the earth, I feel like it could be also talking about like healing healing yourself. Like we are of the earth, at least our corporeal forms are. And, you know, healing ourselves through love, through humility. So humility always reminds me of gratitude and being grateful for what you do have. So yeah, you might be struggling, you know, or feeling like you're struggling, or you may have lost, you know, a job or something else, but just in general, just being grateful for what you do have, even if it's not exactly what you want, or maybe it's less than what you may have had in the past or something like that. But this idea of just gratitude and being grateful for what you do have is something that I'm also seeing here. You know, again, coming out of, I feel like when we come out of tough times, you know, we are humbled in many ways, again, because of that challenge. But I feel like just bringing this idea of humility forward with you, even as you move into a space of abundance and manifestation, that you are bringing with you this idea of gratitude and being grateful and being, you know, humble as well, even as you move forward. And then respect, I feel like, is really connected to, you know, respecting. I am getting the message here, like respecting, you know, what you do have, but also respecting like your body. That was just a very strong message. Like, you know, again, our bodies are of this earth. So like respecting your body, even if it's not exactly what you want it to be, it might not look exactly the way you want it to look or function exactly the way you want it to function. But the fact that it is serving you, I feel like, or, you know, serving you as your spirit, as your soul, it's a vessel for your spirit and your soul. I do feel like, that's a message here as well, like respecting your body, resting, and work, you know, exercising and eating well and things like that. I feel like are ways for us to respect our physical being. Then we have the Seas of Mintaka added to our conversation today. So seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. I feel like that's really connected to our moon energy and the idea of intuition, like seeing potential. I feel like the message here is to, I feel like trust your inner voice, like that inner energy, that, you know, trust in the powers that are not, you know, seen or known. I just feel like that's a really strong message here. This idea of bringing the unconscious to light. It's just so connected to this moon energy. Also, this idea of illusion. Paying attention to your dreams, I feel like, is huge as well, for you. And this idea of also, like, again, like trusting what you feel and trusting the energy that you're getting off of situations, off of people. Yeah. And then also, I feel like it's connected to the conversation we had about, when we were talking about pulling out the lessons from the challenging situation and not dwelling on the actual events that took place, but picking out the lessons and really leaning into that, really leaning into the lesson. Oh, we pulled Dream again. So I do see in our golden poppy here this message about dream. I feel like, again, pay attention to your dreams And I wasn't planning to, but dream came up twice. So, and we have the moon. So I'm feeling triggered to lay out some dream or oracle cards. But I do feel like the message here in general is that your dreams are coming true. Like that's the next cycle of life that you're entering into, especially with our Ace of Cups, this idea of fulfillment. And then we're talking about like dreams. And I would say, like, be mindful of your dreams. Be clear on your dreams. Be clear on what you want. Be clear on what you desire to manifest, because that's the cycle you're moving into now, is the message that I'm getting here. So I am going to lay out a couple of dream cards, and they're not, they're not meant to be read like, like, I guess, oracle cards. It's really meant to like draw your attention. Whatever imagery or keywords you're drawn to is the card for you. So we have money, which I feel like is very fitting to our conversation. Whatever imagery, whatever word is calling to you, that's something to pay attention to in your dreams in general. If you've been having dreams about any of these topics, then really lean into that more. Do some journaling, some dream journaling and stuff like that. So we have money, we have youth, and we have shoes. Okay, so with money, some of the energy that we get off of money is this idea of abundance, which we already talked about. I feel like, just from our conversation, that's the next level that you're moving into now. Abundance, a tool, money as a tool to achieve your dreams. Energy, poverty, money and finance and wealth. And I think I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation this idea of like, managing your finances, and maybe you're in a time, a challenging financial time. So if you're having dreams about money, some of these things might be able to, pay attention to those things and kind of try to suss out what role money is playing in your dream world. Again, bringing the unconscious to light is so critical. So in our youth, ideas of lightness, energy, ingenuity, and surprise. New perspectives, so our Ace of Cups energy. Fun and children. So you could be, obviously thinking about expanding your family, especially as you move out of these challenging times. It could encourage you to, want to expand your family and things like that. And then in the shoes, movement, ability to do, which we talked about in our Six of Wands energy, this idea of advancement, this idea of recognition. So this, the shoes energy could be talking about the ability to do. This idea of vanity and practicality and tools. So that's the second time tools came up. Tools as a means of, I don't know. I feel like shoes could be a means of, getting somewhere, travel. I also feel like shoes could be a means of like beauty and like decorating your body, self-expression, things like that as well. I think it's interesting that these shoes have wings on them. It just reminds me of like Mercury energy and this idea of, I'm just getting like voice chakra energy, speaking your opinions and following your thoughts and your ideas, giving them motion, bringing them to life, that sort of thing, is also what I am picking up here. So group number 2, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please make sure to drop a comment and let me know what resonated. If one of the dream cards resonated with you, please let me know which one it was. And if you've been tracking your dreams, let me know, what you feel like your dream energy is telling you. And please also make sure to click a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as liking my Facebook page and checking out my Etsy shop where I curate content to help you on your spiritual and life journey. So thanks again for your time, beautiful soul, and spending it with me, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle our Moonology Oracle deck. Again, we're channeling energy from our full moon energy today. Robust energy, divine feminine energy, emotionally strong energy, mysterious energy. What messages do you have for group number 3 today? What guiding messages does our moon, our full moon energy have for group number 3? What messages for group number 3 today? What messages group number 3? Messages for group number 3. Full moon. Full moon on a full moon. I'm telling you, she's showing out today. You showing out today, boo? I see you. All right, surrender to the divine is what this card, the message of this card today. Surrender to the divine. Yeah, so some of the messages that I'm getting right off the bat here is this idea of trust. Like that, the word just keeps like whispering in my mind. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust spirit, trust divine energy to work in your favor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I swear. By the moon and the stars in the sky. That was random. The Queen of Swords, I swear I was about to say, you've been feeling very, you know, like this idea of self-reliance, like feeling like you have to go it on your own, kind of tackling things on your own and being really like independent, which is nothing wrong with being independent. But I am getting the message it's like over independence to the point of burden, that you could be feeling overwhelmed. And even when you feel overwhelmed, you don't let up. Like you don't, it's the Queen of Swords. I can't really see that well. You're not asking for help. You're not, you know, leaning into your spiritual strength. You're not trusting in your power of, you know, the power and connection that you have with spirit. You're just not leaning into that is the message that I'm getting. So I do feel like with the Queen of Swords that this divine feminine energy that to me, it's about like using your voice to advocate for yourself. This idea of perception to like being perceptive, but also like being clear of mind, it's like this assertive divine energy, like being sure inside of yourself what you want and then moving forward, like making moves to get it accomplished, using your words, using your connections and charm and diplomacy, like all of these different kinds of energies. Surrendering also, I'm getting the message like surrendering to the divine feminine energy inside of yourself. So you could be male, you could be female, you could identify however you'd like. But I feel like we all have some masculine, some feminine energy. And I feel like the message here is for you to tap into your divine feminine energy, and specifically through, you know, your voice, your thoughts, advocating for yourself with your words and things like that. So we have our King of Rings energy, this idea of responsibility, this idea of abundance as well. I feel like the King of Rings could be somebody. The Queen of Swords could be somebody too, but I'm kind of vibing that more with your energy. Our King of Rings could be somebody either in your life or coming into your life, potentially in an earth sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, in Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Sorry, Taurus. It could be a love interest, or it could be like a mentor type of person, but this person is going to be have very grounded energy, be very earthy. I'm getting like down to earth, have lots of lessons for you. Like you could be learning, like this could be like a mentor type of situation where you're learning how to manifest abundance, or them teaching you some sort of skill that is going to bring abundance into your life. But I'm just getting this really like grounded, like earthy, solid, like they're just gonna feel like a really solid person, and potentially very serious as well, but still like balanced is what I'm getting. Wealth, abundance, all of that. I feel like once you surrender to the divine, once you stop trying to do everything on your own, that you know, you're going to be able to take advantage of this energy that's coming for you. And then we have the Magician. Well, look here. So this idea of manifestation. So I do feel like full moon energy, what we are in now, of course, the month of October this year is sandwiched with full moon. So we have a full moon today on October 1st, as well as October 31st, which is the blue moon, having 2 full moons in 1 month. The second full moon is called a blue moon. So I feel like this month in general is like sandwiched with really intense, like moon energy, which is going to bring about, and I'm feeling intensely, like for lots of different energies, but especially if you have a moon sign in a water, like moon energy, your moon, in a water sign, ascendant as well, ascendant and moon energies in water signs. I'm feeling like this is a really powerful time for you, and surrendering to that divine energy, surrendering to the powers that are beyond ourselves is really going to bring about a lot of really powerful manifestation. I feel like once you surrender, that releasing, that sense of trust, once that kind of settles into your energy, I am getting the message here that once you make that move, this idea of synchronicity and alignment with your purpose, alignment with spirit, is all going to kind of come into place to really bring about a lot of manifestation afterwards, a lot of abundance. So I feel like after this time of growth and surrendering and releasing, because it's going to take some time to do that, I'm just feeling, again, this month of October is going to be emotionally and spiritually, like if you use it to really go deep spiritually and really figure out what your destiny is, your destined path, develop your voice and all of that kind of stuff. I feel like abundance and manifestation is going to be ripe for the picking, moving out of October and into November and the rest of this year and into the next year. So we also have the Light Priestess. This is giving me like Magician energy as well. I feel like it's magnifying the Magician energy. This idea of galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. Again, we kind of talked about this idea of like using the full moon energy to get yourself in alignment. I feel like setting you up for manifestation, for abundance. And I feel like the light priestess energy to me is very much so vibing with the energy of the Magician card. So I would say yeah, this is a time of getting in alignment spiritually, because once you get in alignment spiritually, the message that I am picking up here is that it's gonna, like, all of the other realms or worlds of life are gonna align. So, you know, worldly abundance. If you're, you know, looking for a relationship or looking for your relationship to move to the next level, I just feel like this idea of alignment and synchronicity with spirit, once that happens, once you surrender to that and trust in that, again, that idea of manifestation is going to be very ripe for you. So then we have Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. So this is just giving me intense, you know, we're vibing with moon energy right now, you know, mother energy and moon energy, nature in general. Mother nature is all like kind of tied and connected in with this conversation. So I feel like, and I don't know how well you can see this card, but there's kind of a figure here laying down in like these healing waters, with like this water flowing down this like mountain into this valley. And it's almost like laying in nature, like it's almost like returning to the earth to be like reactivated or re-energized. So I do feel like this card is talking about spending time in nature, literally. And I also feel like it's just like surrendering to the divine. Nature is divine energy as well. You know, Mother Nature is that divine energy. And I feel like part of the way that, or one way that you can surrender to the divine, is to spend time in nature, become one with nature, meditate in nature, and really just kind of absorb all of her energy. And like this idea of recharging as well keeps coming to mind. Recharging in nature, slowing down. Like this is Four of Swords energy to me, Hermit energy to me. That's just like slow down, take some time for yourself. That's what popped. Taking time for yourself. Again, like really diving into, you know, your spiritual world for this month, for the month of October. Again, using the power in the beginning of the month of the moon energy on the first, this full moon energy on the first, and then again being sandwiched at the end of the month. I feel like there's just a lot of spiritual growth, revitalization, restoration, rejuvenation potential happening for the month of October in general, and under this full moon energy. So then our essential oil energy is geranium. So the key word for geranium is nurturing, and I feel like that is so in connection with our moon energy, mother energy, you know, this very intense, strong, feminine energy is just really connecting hard. So I feel like, you know, with these cards, you can definitely tap into some geranium essential oil to help magnify this idea or energy of nurturing, being nurtured. Again, that sacral chakra is really what we're connecting to in this message. You know, that triggering statement is, I am all in my head. So again, I said our earth pulsing was all about slowing down. It reminded me of the Four of Swords energy. And just this idea of getting out of your head. So the true statement is, I create my pleasure. So again, slowing down, returning to earth, returning to nature, surrendering to divine energy. Take time to rest. And in that time, be open to creative pursuits. Surround yourself with things that please your senses and be gentle with yourself. I feel like that's so critical, and I feel like that message kind of wrapped up all of the energy that we were talking about today anyway. I feel like with the Magician energy, this idea of manifestation connected to creativity, you know, if you're looking for financial abundance, I do feel like that is going to be connected to your creative pursuits. That part of that synchronicity, get in alignment with your destiny, get in alignment with the divine, is related to pursuing your creative talents and abilities. And I feel like that will bring you abundance on so many levels. Financially, yes. You know, health-wise, yes. is like doing what you love to do is going to be healing for you. It's going to be nurturing for you is the message that I am receiving for you. So group number 3, beautiful soul. These are the messages that I have channeled for you today. If something resonated, make sure to drop a comment and let me know what did. Click a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as liking my Facebook page and checking out my Etsy shop where I curate content to help you on your spiritual and life journey. I appreciate you spending your beautiful energy with me today, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye.